just going to be demonstrating how to do a barbell bench press.
Yep.
So just lie down on the bench like so. Try not to have too much curvature in your back, like up or rounded in any way.
Yep.
And you want to pull the bar off the rack, get your hands about shoulder width apart, have your wrists, elbows and shoulders in line with each other, and then just in a slow controlled manner, bring it down to your chest and then push it back up more explosively, like so. And you want to breathe in on the way down and out on the way up. That's all.
Nice.
Go ahead and have a go. That's an added challenge.
Yeah, you must do it with spiders crawling all over you.
Go a little bit wider with your hands if you want to. Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Nice one.
How many reps do you want to go?
That's fine. Yeah, nice. Good control of your breathing as well.
Yeah.
Well done. Alrighty. Yeah, now I'm going to demonstrate a pull-up to you. Just come into the shot a little bit. Oh, yeah. Cool. So, just step up and grab the handles like so. You can cross your legs or keep them straight together, whichever you prefer. I like to cross them personally.
Yep.
And then you just want to pull yourself up, get your chest to about the bar level, come back down. Should be feeling it in your lats and a little bit in the top of your back as well. It's a great exercise for building your entire back, but particularly lats.
Yep.
I'm pretty bad at these. Yeah, that's alright. Nice. It's good enough. It'll get better with time. There we go. That's enough. That's enough. Yeah, so just obviously as you get stronger you'll improve, but you want to avoid swinging your legs, which if you're finding it difficult to do at the moment, you will do. There's also a very difficult bar to do the whole thing. But yeah, ideally you want to avoid swinging and using momentum to get yourself up. But that will come with time once you build up your strength.
Yeah.
But otherwise, well done. Alright. Now I'm going to be demonstrating a dumbbell bench press. Yep. So, dumbbell bench press is good for equaling out any inequalities you may have.
Asymmetry in you.
Yeah, it's good for if one side of your body might be stronger than the other or weaker than the other. Yeah. It's good for evening out those differences. It's also a little bit easier than a barbell bench press because the weight's a little lighter, depending obviously how much you lift, but and you can get a better range of motion as well. So it's actually a really good exercise to do as well as barbell. Yeah. So I'd recommend doing both. So setup is exactly the same as barbell. Just lie back on the bench like you would with a barbell. Keep the dumbbells around your armpits sort of area, and then push them straight up. You want to keep your wrists, elbows and shoulders in line with each other. Straight up.
Yeah, right.
Straight up. Breathe out on the way up and in on the way down. Nice. Nice and slow and controlled on the way down, and explosive on the way up. Try and avoid the dumbbells hitting each other on the way up, but it's not the end of the world if they do collide.
Alright.
That's it. Take it away. Yep. Nice. Yep. Looks good. Doesn't matter too much, don't worry about it. Perfect. That's fine. Well done. Thanks. I'll try and stay in the shot regardless. Yeah. Alrighty. So, just going to be doing assisted pull-ups now. So, same as a regular pull-up. We're just using a band to provide some assistance on the way up to make it a little easier. Often women struggle to do bodyweight pull-ups from the get-go, so this is a good way to build the strength to actually be able to eventually do a bodyweight pull-up.
Yep.
But yeah, women typically have more upper body strength than men initially, so this is a good way to progress to a full body weight pull-up. So just put your leg through the band at the beginning. That's what's going to give us the assistance. And then just, you can lift your other leg up or keep it hanging, whatever you prefer.
Yep.
And then, same as a regular pull-up, just pull your chest up to the bar. And lower yourself slowly and slow and controlled. Back up. Try and control the swinging on the way down. That's all there is to it.
Cool.
Give that a go. Yep, nice. Perfect. Good work. Looks good. Thanks. Alright, so we're going to be doing bodyweight squats. So we're going to avoid loading the squat with any extra weight because
Our arthritic knees can't handle it.
exactly, we don't want to injure you. We want to build your strength up before we start adding weight and extra resistance. So the bodyweight squat is a good place to start. It's not going to put too much pressure on the knees. So yeah, we'll mostly strengthen your lower body, obviously, your quads and everything, but also your core strength will improve as well. So you want to stand with your feet about shoulder width apart. You can have your toes slightly turned out. Some people prefer to have them straight. Slightly turned out is fine, just don't go too wide.
Yeah.
And then it's a common misconception that you shouldn't let your knees travel past your toes. That's not true. It's actually encouraged to have your knees travel past your toes. So you want to come down, see how my knees are going past my toes.
Yeah.
That's fine. If you keep them behind your toes, puts a lot more pressure.
On the knee joints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's actually on your hips. But anyway. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you can do whatever you like with your hands. Some people like to have them out, some people like to keep them close. Hands on the hips, whatever. I like to just sort of keep them close.
Yeah.
Just come straight down and back up. Keep your back in a neutral position. You don't want to be hunching forward and you don't want to be overextending the lower back. So just try and keep it in a nice, straight, natural position.
Yep.
And down, back up. Breathing in on the way down and out on the way up.
Okay.
Go for it. Yep, nice.
my.
So it's in back here. Alright, we're going to be doing a bodyweight glute bridge.
Yep.
So this will again strengthen your lower body, behind as well, hamstrings and that sort of thing, as well as a little core strength, similar to the squats. Again, we won't be adding any extra load to this, so we'll just be body weight.
Yeah.
So as to not stress the body too much. So just want to lie down, hands by your side, and then bring your feet to about where your knees were.
Yep.
And then just raise your body up and create a nice straight line with your body up to your knees.
Yeah.
And just hold that position. And then we'll time how long you hold it when we actually perform the exercise. In this instance, I just want to see you perform it, so just get you to do it, and that's fine.
No worries.
When you come up into the position, just engage your core and your butt as well. Keep yourself in place. That's it. You don't need to keep your arms like that if you don't want to. You can keep them on the ground. Perfect. Awesome. Well done.
Thanks.
Alright, we'll just stand behind the bench while we're talking so we can see our heads.
Yeah.
Or we can sit down if you want. No worries. Yeah, okay, so we're going to be doing a Romanian deadlift. So this exercise is really good for strengthening your hamstrings. So the way we set it up is take the bar first. We don't start taking the bar off the ground. We start with it in our hands with this exercise.
Yeah.
We'll have our feet about hip width apart or shoulder width. And you want to keep your toes pointed straight forwards on this exercise, as opposed to having them slightly out like a squat. You want them straight forwards. And I was taught to stick my butt out a little bit and sort of pretend it's stuck to a wall behind you.
Yeah.
And then keeping your shoulders back, come down, past your knees, keep your back really nice and neutral position. You don't want to arch forward like this, and you don't want to overextend in your lower back either. Just keep it nice and neutral. Come down. Feel that stretch in the hamstrings, then straight back up. And you want your knees to be very slightly bent, just sort of unlocked. You don't want them to be locked straight out like that, and you don't want to bend them or bend them on the way down either. You want to remain in the same position.
Alright.
That's it. And try to avoid, sometimes you might rock back the weight a little bit onto your heels and your toes might want to come off the ground. Try to avoid that. Try to keep your toes on the ground and your heels on the ground.
Alright.
And on the way back up, think about pushing through your heels on the way back up.
Alright. Thanks.
Alright. Yep, good foot position. Yep. Yep, that looks good. Yep. Yep. Don't forget to keep your shoulders locked back as well. They do look like they are now. Yep, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Alright. Well done. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if you can actually see. I'm sure it's fine. Let's do it again if not. Okay, so going to be doing a standing overhead press with a barbell. So you want your hands on the bar just slightly wider than your shoulders.
Yeah.
And then your feet about shoulder width apart. Slight turn out on the toes is fine. Bring it up to sort of just above nipple height. And then wrists and elbows you want to keep in alignment. Just push it up above your head and actually bring it over the top of your head. You don't want it down here, you don't want it like behind you or anything weird like that. Bring it down. Keep those wrists, elbows and shoulders in alignment. Out, breathe out on the way up and in on the way down. Brace your core a little bit on the way up. Keep your back nice and straight. Try not to overextend on the way up. You might feel like you might have a tendency to do that if the weight feels heavy. Just brace your core and try to avoid doing that. Right. Good go.
Nice. Enough room? Yeah, should be right.
Ah, cool. Yeah, nice. Bring the bar down a little bit lower. Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. That's it. Yep, nice. Well done.
Excellent.
So, just going to demonstrate push-ups. I'm sure you know what a push-up is, and you've probably done one before. But it's a great exercise for building upper body strength, particularly your chest, shoulders, and triceps.
Yep.
And because you spend so much time in that office of yours and gaming,
Avid gaming.
it's a good way to build your upper body strength before we start adding any extra load in terms of weight, just to avoid any injury.
Yep.
So just want to come down, keep your wrists, elbows, shoulders all in line, and your body straight. Don't have your butt up in the air, don't let it sag. And feet together, you can have them a little bit further apart if you want, whatever you like. And then just come down, touch the ground if you can. If you can't, it's fine to go just above.
Yep.
It's better if you look ahead, but you can look down, doesn't matter too much. It's just if you do look down, you might have a bit of a tendency to slouch your body a bit.
Yeah.
I find it easier to keep straight if I'm looking forwards. Keep your core engaged as well to keep your body straight. And that's it.
Alright.
Yep, nice. Looks good. Perfect. Yeah, well done. Nice. Alright, now, again, because you spend so much time in that gaming chair of yours, we're going to be doing some body weight lunges to build up strength in your lower body and your hips. It will help your hips as well, unlock them a little bit from all that time sitting down doing nothing.
Yeah.
So, just start with your feet together. You want to take a step out, not too far, not too close.
Yeah.
You want to get it to a point where you can come down and form about a 90-degree angle with the forward leg. And if you can, try and stop it just before your knee hits the ground and come back up. Come back to the starting position. If your knee touches the ground, doesn't matter too much. Just the aim is to try and stop it just before it does.
Yeah.
You can keep your hands on your hips or by your sides, whichever you prefer. And once you step onto that leg, just push back through that leg, come back up. You should feel it predominantly through your quads at the front there.
Okay.
And again, as with everything else, want to keep your back nice and straight as well. It's a good habit to get into is eventually we'll add weight in the form of dumbbells or a barbell or something.
Yeah.
So you want to keep your back nice and straight in preparation for that.
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah, looks good.